I'm John Fraser. Welcome to this edition of 360 Tours, where we're going to be taking you around the brand new Norwegian Prima. Come join us. So we are on deck 8. We're going to take you around the edge of the ship. There's multiple parts, including Ocean Boulevard. Right now we're back near the Indulge. The Indulge is where you can actually, it's like a food truck area. There's multiple little tiny restaurants with really good food. So we're going to take you around. There's seating area out here. Of course, there was a bar back there. You can spin your camera around to see all of that. Tons of nice seating in this area. So a tip for you, oftentimes the buffet on this ship is a little bit smaller. Part of the reason why is so they could have more dining venues like Indulge. We'll take you to Indulge in another segment. But Indulge is open for lunch, dinner, and breakfast. So if you're having a hard time finding a seat up at the buffet, you can always come down to Indulge for breakfast and check it out there. There's a map in there as well you'll want to find, because that will tell you where to find certain kinds of food, which is particularly important at breakfast because it may not be obvious. So now we've reached Infinity Beach. This is another area. Instead of having a lot of the pool area on top, they've spread it out. So Infinity Beach is one of those areas. So if you pan your camera over to the left, you'll see one of the infinity pools on Infinity Beach. During sea days, it's filled all the way up to the top. On port days, it's filled all the way to the top. On sea days, they bring it down a little bit because of the motion will get the water out of it. This is another area where you can sunbathe, and if you pan your camera straight ahead and up, you will see one of the dry slides here. This is the one that has the drop in it. Over to the right, you have the entrance to the local bar and grill. They've changed up the local bar and grill on this one. This particular side of the ship, it's a little bit smaller. It's no longer around kind of an atrium where you have entertainment, but on the other side of the ship, it's a really cool bar. They've done a really nice job with it. So, big fan of the local. And if you pan up, you can see that dry slide, how big it is. So over to the right, you can see the outdoor seating area for Los Lobos. This is a specialty restaurant, so there is an additional charge for Los Lobos. But the food is amazing, and if you eat there, try the Tres Leches. If you're a Tres Leches fan, very, very good. So continuing the tour here, this is the outdoor seating area for Scarpetta, or Onda by Scarpetta, another specialty dining restaurant. And right now we are on deck 8. If you pan your camera over to the left, we're in port right now at Progreso, Mexico. You can actually see this is a unique port. This is the longest pier in the world. It's over 4 miles long. So up ahead we have a viewing area. We've got binoculars. You can check out some nice seating areas, chill out. There is no jogging track on Prima. There is a gym that you can use. It's in the spa. So if you want to get some steps in Ocean Boulevard, the area that we're in now, it's not a bad place to kind of go and walk around the ship. You have a nice view. You get to be outside. Of course, now we're up at the front of the ship. more fun observation areas here. Now up ahead is one of the cool spots on the ship. This is the first, I believe, for Norwegian. You have this glass walkway. So if you pan your camera down, you can actually see the glass. They've just cleaned it, so it's a little wet. This is lots of fun to do at sea. Now we're coming up into the sculpture garden area. If you pan your camera around both sides, you'll be able to see as we walk through. This is a nice place to come and sit at night. It looks really, really pretty, all lit up. Over here, if you pan your camera up into the side of the ship, you'll see the other two dry slides that are on the ship. These do not have that big drop at the very beginning, so a little less intimidating than the others, but they are dry slides. You get little sacks that you go down into. So now we're coming up on, here, if you pan a camera over to the right, you'll see where the dry slides come out. And again, if you pan your camera up, maybe behind me, I'm not sure where your camera view is right now, you can see how tall those really are. I believe they're about 10 stories. Moving back along, we have another infinity beach on this side of the ship. This is, again, the other side of the local as well. This is the bar side of the local. Local has really good food there as well. So to the left here, we got our other infinity pool. And now we're making our way back to the Indulge food hall. This is the outdoor seating area for Indulge. A lot of times a little less crowded than maybe the buffet. So we're going to take you through the Indulge food hall. This is kind of like almost like a food truck type area. A tip for you, sometimes the buffet gets a little bit crowded. You can come down here and get breakfast. Lunch as well. Lunch gets a little crowded down here though. I think the secret's out on that. You can see if you pan your camera around, there's different restaurants, different themed restaurants around. You have Coco's. Coco's is where you can get some good desserts. We have a Noodles over here. That's a seating area. We have a smokehouse. We ate there yesterday. Great pulled pork, good chili. There's 2 Starbucks on board. One of them is here in Indulge. Seaside rotisserie. Garden, this is where you get good salads. You got protein to those salads. tapas area over here, as well as the Latin Quarter. And of course, another bar. So we're going to take you through the local bar and grill. This is the more the bar side of it. There's a smaller restaurant area over on the other side of the ship. This is a great venue. This is one of the most popular places on the ship. You can pan your camera around, you can see the bar. On the other side, you see these cool swings that they have that you can sit in. They have a large screen over here to the right if you pan your camera. Standing area. They do have a foosball table in here. You have to maybe spin your camera around to see that. But there's lots of seating in here. We get music in here in the evenings. Fun place to hang out. So this is one of the main areas in the ship, in the interior of the ship. We're on deck 8. It's where you get your photos, some tech support. A lot of shopping. So we're on the main atrium now. You can pan around and see down below. Up ahead is the whiskey bar. It's not open yet, it's the morning time. Again, panning the camera around, you can kind of see the open area of the atrium. So this is deck 7 of the atrium. Over to my right is the other popular Starbucks. It's one of 2 on the ship. To my left, if you pan your camera over, you'll be able to see the shore excursions desk. And panning around, you'll be able to see lots of the atrium. Guest services is on this deck, deck 7. To the left, straight ahead. So this is the gateway. This is a shopping area. This is on deck 7. Nice little venue here. Not open yet. You have the Improv. This is the comedy location. To my left is the humidor. It's a cigar lounge. And you can smell it when you walk through the hallway. So interesting little tidbit side note. The Haven, if you're a guest in the Haven Suites, you have your own set of elevators on this ship. It's keycard access. Back here we have our sushi restaurant. This is Hazuki. This is your teppanyaki restaurant. It is a specialty dining, so you would have to pay extra to eat in there. This is Hudsons. This is one of the main dining rooms. So there's no extra charge to eat in Hudsons. Now, interesting, the menu on Prima, and I think all of the Norwegian ships are going to go to this, is going to be a set menu. You're going to have 15 items. They're very good, but it's going to be the same 15 items every night. The benefit of this is, one, they get to perfect it, so the dishes are really, really good. But two, if you see something on the menu that you really liked and you didn't get to try it the first night, don't worry, it's going to be on the menu every night, so you get to try those. So you kind of pan around and see how nice it is in here. So this is Le Bistro. This is one of the specialty restaurants here. It's the French influenced restaurant. And you can see as you pan your camera around, you can see these beautiful chandeliers. So we are now on deck 6. We're going to be taking you through the atrium on the deck level 6. All the shops are closed right now. It's pretty early. It's a port day, so everyone's in on their excursions. This is where you can book your next cruise. Your cruise next desk is over to the left. You can pan your camera around, and if you pan it up, you can actually see the atrium here. Over to my left, there's a bar, a Penrose bar. A lot of times in the evenings and throughout the day that you'll have live entertainment here, a band playing. And then on the other side, this is the level that you're going to find the casino, or the donation center as we like to call it, because we're not very good at gambling. I'm not allowed to take the cameras into the casino, so this is as far as we go. Thanks for checking out this episode of 360 Tours. If we've inspired you to travel and you're not already working with a travel advisor, consider giving our team of travel professionals an opportunity to help you plan your next great adventure. If you like our videos, give us a like down below. We love to see your comments, and make sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the latest content. Until we see you again, travel and be well.